I'm holding the VHS copy of the 1984 comedy classic, Back to School, starring comedy legend and former Ladybugs coach, Rodney Dangerfield.
You look like the poster boy for birth control.
Former owner of the murderous car Christine, Keith Gordon.
Oh, what am I gonna do, knock your teeth down your throat?
Pickup artist and current Avenger, Robert Downey Jr. And last and definitely not least, 80s teen heartthrob, William Zabka.
Well, I wouldn't break my arm patting myself on the back if I were you.
In the time it takes to rewind this tape, I'm gonna answer all your biggest questions. Are you yourself fat?
When you go jogging, you leave potholes. When you make love, do you have to give directions? At the zoo, do elephants throw you peanuts? Do you look at a menu and say, okay?
Is William Zabka, in fact, perfect?
Haven't you ever messed up?
No.
I answer all this and more on today's third and final installment of the William Zabka Triology, here on VHS Breakdown. I'm Miguel Jose. I own a ton of movies, but they're all on VHS. No one wants to buy them. I can't even give them away. So I'm gonna watch these films and break them down one last time.
Oh, honey, come here, will you? I need 2 more glasses for the girls. And also bring a pitcher of beer every 7 minutes till somebody passes out. And then bring one every 10 minutes, right? You got it.
Alright, so I just finished watching the movie. And I'm not gonna lie, I also did a power hour during it. It's so good!
Oh, I didn't warn you.
After watching this film, it's basically just an hour and a half of Rodney Dangerfield doing stand-up comedy, which also means that this movie's awesome.
Well, what's your favorite subject?
Poetry.
Really? Well, maybe you can help me straighten out my Longfellow.
Once again, though, I gotta say I have a problem with the movie's entire premise. No, not about a rich guy who goes back to college. We all know that worked in Billy Madison.
Back to school. Back to school.
My problem is with Keith Gordon actually getting the girl. Did you see how much taller she was than him? It's a known fact that tall girls only date tall guys. She would have never dated him, so the whole movie's bullshit.
Well, are you interested in Valerie Desmond? She's with me.
This movie has a million great characters, but we all know why I chose this movie, so we can see more William Zabka.
I told you to clean my locker. Now, if it's too much for you, we're gonna have to get ourselves a new towel boy.
What's there to say? He really just does play the ultimate 80s douchebag. He's the best at it.
Get this, towel boy. No matter what you think, you will always be a crude, obnoxious, nouveau riche little flea.
I mean, the guy's awesome. It's so stupid. This movie has everything you want in a college comedy. It's got hot girls, boozing, partying, and a fantastic 80s soundtrack composed by Danny Elfman. And did you know that he was also the lead singer of Oingo Boingo, who makes it a surprise appearance in the film? Don't forget to check out the heavy metal song, Everybody's Crazy, written by a young Michael Bolton.
Everybody's crazy.
It's Michael Bolton. It's crazy. I wish I could talk about Iron Man more in this movie, but he's really not in it that much, although I gotta say, all his scenes are fantastic. One thing I noticed watching this film is that William Zabka gets done up. First, he gets punched in the face by that little dorky guy. It was a cheap shot, but still, wham! Knocks him out. Then he walks out and sees the same guy that just beat his ass. He sees him making out with his girlfriend. Then we get to the final diving meet, and on his first dive, he does awful in front of the whole school and everyone boos him. Then on his second dive, instead of even taking it, he just pulls out and says he can't do it because of cramps.
I have got a really bad cramp. I've been having really bad cramps all week. That's probably menstrual.
Screw you, Melon! And of course, I can't end this review without mentioning the greatest dive in human history, not to mention my favorite burrito at Moe's Southwest Grill, the Triple Lindy. So we get to the end of the movie, and the film ends the same way every movie ends about older guys going back to school. Academic decathlon.
I suggest a comprehensive oral examination conducted by all of Mr. Mellon's professors.
Oral examination?
Back to School has it. A decade later, Billy Madison has it. And a decade later, Old School has it. All three movies do it, and it all starts here at Back to School. But doesn't anyone else realize that this movie ends and they never once play the Alice Cooper song, Great American Success Story? Which is crazy, because if you read the lyrics, you'll see that that song's it's the whole plot of the movie. Oh, looks like the tape stopped, which means this episode is over. And that can only mean one thing. Let's party!
Hold on, baby, I'm taking you back to school.
And there's only one way to end this right, and that's with a triple Lindy.
Jesus Christ.